So there is a problem at the game I love. There's an undeniable sin, almost, in this game. There is a problem with none other than, you all know it well, Harry Potter Quidditch. That's right. The game on flying broomsticks has a glaring problem, and I think we all know what it is. So I'll stop beating around the bush. It's time. Harry Potter Quidditch has a seeker problem. I know, right? Crazy. The golden snitch is a problem. The seeker, which is Harry Potter, is a problem. So, to give a little bit of lore, Quidditch, as we all know, is a great game. Great game. And so, what do you have? You have 3 chasers with a quaffle, so like the ball, right? They're trying to get it in the hoops at the end. I don't know if they have a specific name. If they did, I didn't look it up. And there's a keeper, right? The goalie, who's trying to keep the ball out. To make it more fun, there's also 2 beaters on each team with bats and bludgers, which are just like cannonballs. Literally, they're cannonballs. And they'll hit the bludgers at the other team to knock them off their broom, knock them off their game, knock them out. What? That's crazy. That's an awesome game. And it's scored in increments of 10. So you get the quaffle, throw it between your chasers, right? Get it down the field, throw it through the goal, through one of the 3 hoops, get it past the keeper, don't get hit by a bludger, which is being hit at you by a, what are they? I don't even remember. The beaters. Crazy. But there's a problem, right? I think we all know what it is. The golden snitch, right? And if you ask any regular person off the street, what does the golden snitch do? They go, oh, if you catch the golden snitch, you win. Well, first of all, not true. If you catch the golden snitch, it ends the game and it gives you 150 points. All right, that's the distinction. You don't win. You get 150 points and it ends the game, which is weird. Because most of the time, if you catch it, you're going to win. Because when are you ever up 150 points? That's a 15 score game. And name one sports game where they're up 15 scores. It's a ludicrous amount of points to give to someone for catching a tiny thing. It basically negates the whole other part of Quidditch. The magical flying, beating with the bats to kill someone. Not kill, seriously injure or maim. Just saying. But you're hitting cannonballs at people with bats. You're passing it. You got this 3-man weave. It's awesome. It's an awesome game. And then you just have the keeper, right? Catch the golden snitch. And, oh, yeah, there you go. Begs the question. When would you ever catch the golden snitch and not win? You're like, that'd be ludicrous, right? If you're losing by, let's say, 160, right? And if you catch the golden snitch, you get 150 points, but you still lose the game. When would you ever do that? That is ludicrous. That would never happen. Oh, it happened. Right. It happened in the 4th book, Goblet of Fire, when Victor Crumb catches the golden snitch and loses the game. So how do we fix this? All right. I have been tasked, and let me look at my notes. I am the commissioner of the International Confederation of Wizards Quidditch Committee. It'd be so much easier to be like, hey, we'll just play this game and there's no golden snitch. And that's how it used to be, right? The golden snitch is a late add, but it's been added and we can't just take it off. We just need to balance it, all right? I'm not the first commissioner of this International Confederation of Wizards Quidditch Committee. I'm not the first. And so let's see what people have done in the past to try and fix it. And so we need to go to a scary place. Yes, that's right. I'm talking about Muggles Quidditch. Muggles Quidditch, or called quad ball, controversy, don't care. Muggles Quidditch quad ball, they have this same problem because this is played by real people, Not that the wizards aren't real, there's a whole secrecy thing. Probably not even supposed to be talking about this, but in Muggle Quidditch, right, how do you balance the golden snitch at all? Because 150 is, again, too overpowered. We cannot have that. And so They took it a different way. So the rules vary. There's a couple different leagues, but the main one is for the first 20 minutes, right? First 20 minutes of the game, they don't even have the keeper. They've elected to take the keeper out. And they play the game with all the other parts. And it's honestly really weird. It's really fun to watch. For research, I watched a few matches, and it's interesting, for sure. It's all the cool parts about Quidditch, except like the flying, but come on. But, so they elect to, for first 20 minutes, not have the golden snitch and not have the keepers on the field, right? They just are like, hey, we'll just let them play. And so after the 20 minutes, they have the keepers, and this is the best part, the golden snitch, who is a dude, right, with a tennis ball and a flag or sock or something on like his back, like flag football, and one of the keepers has to grab it. And the golden snitch can fight back, right? He's pushing them, and it's kind of cool because you'll have the beaters throwing bludgers at the keeper. If you get hit with a bludger, you have to drop your broom, and if your broom touches the ground, you have to go back to your end zone, your like goal area before you can come back. And it's kind of fun to watch. After 20 minutes, then we have the keeper. So they've elected this strategy where, hey, keeper, we realize it's a problem. We're just not going to have them. And then 20 minutes, then they have the keepers and the golden snitch. But how does the golden snitch work, right? So the golden snitch is 30 points, right? Like, okay, that seems more balanced. And it still ends the game, which I don't know if I love that part, but only sometimes. And you're like, what? How can it end the game and not end the game? We're in a Schrodinger, Harry Potter, Witch's Brew arena. I don't know. It's crazy. So for example, if we have a game between US and Germany, right? If you catch the snitch and you're winning after the points are added, the game ends and your team wins. And just as a reminder, the snitch is now worth 30 points. If, however, it's a tie or you're losing after catching the golden snitch, craziness ensues. It's overtime. So overtime is weird. They do a set score. It took me like an hour to figure out these rules. It was so confusing. They have a set score. So it's the winning team plus 30, and the first team to reach that score wins. Let's say Germany was at 50, US is at 100, right? After catching the snitch, we'll say Germany catches the snitch. They're at 80, US is at 100, but Germany caught the snitch. So the non-catching team was winning. So they go to overtime. The score right now is 100 to 80, right? Germany just caught the snitch, got 30 extra points, 100 to 80. So they make the set score 130. And now the teams go into overtime and they keep playing regular play until one of the teams reach 130. Like, you can tell this is killing me. It's a mess, right? Come on, it's a mess. I like their idea, right? It's good. Maybe it's not good. I don't know. It makes my head hurt. And if it makes my head hurt, and I've been studying the game, how are you supposed to understand this? It's tough. Another way, previous commissioners, obviously not moi, that feels wrong, but we'll keep it going, have elected to fix this glaring keeper golden snitch problem is they just split it up, right? So in the Quidditch World Cup video games from, I'm going to call it the 2000s, maybe 2010s, from a while ago, they split up the game into two parts. So you'll play as the regular team, right? You're going to play as the keeper, beaters, chasers, and it's fun, right? Because it's Quidditch. It's the fun parts of Quidditch. You want to beat someone with a bludger, that's fun. You want to stop a goal, that's fun. You're the chaser, you're like shooting it downfield, scoring, that's fun. So half the game would be that, and then the other half of the game would be the secret part, where you're on your broom, like flying as fast as you can, weaving, trying to catch the golden snitch. So they've elected to split it up. Again, keep your problem. In real life, Obviously, you can't do that, right? The game isn't broken up into that. And so the previous two examples are, hey, we're just going to kind of make the game two different games, right? We have the Quidditch, and then the secret Quidditch with Golden Snitch. So more recently, there has been a game called Quidditch Champions. I believe it came out 2024. And they've made it a like Rocket League type video game, but with Quidditch. And they were also tackled with fixing this problem. I think they are the best to do it so far. And so it's not full Quidditch rules, but they made the matches 7 minutes. And we're getting to a place where we start to like. So there is a set time limit, right? I'm a big fan of this idea. Set time limit, and they have all the positions. They're all playing at the same time. The Golden Snitch is not OP anymore. If you catch the snitch, you just get 30 points. Like, oh, right? And we're seeing a trend with this 30, right? But again, this is not real life. I'm talking real life Harry Potter wizard Quidditch, right? This is a video game, right? If we're going to talk real life, we got to talk real life, right? We're talking magic, not science. How do we deal with it in the real wizarding world? So, this is my solution. First of all, I think we need a time limit. Quidditch doesn't have a time limit. So matches have and continue to go on for months. They go on for days. And you're like, that's kind of crazy, right? There's a caveat to it. The players don't get a break. So there have been games where, hey, our team is tired. Let's rest half of them. They sleep on the Quidditch pitch while the others keep playing in the sky. It's insane, right? You're playing for months at a time, and you'll have like, oh, people are sleeping. Because it goes until someone catches the snitch. You have like your backup seeker in that can't catch it. Both teams do that. No one's catching the snitch. And so games will either go until someone catches the snitch or both teams concede. What should this time limit be? And so, done some research, and it's like British. Should we do the 90-minute soccer rule? No, right? And it feels nice at first, but no. Because if you've ever watched a soccer game, first of all, it's really fun. No commercials, except halftime. 90 minutes, it's not long enough, right? If I'm going to a sports game, that's like just enough for me. Like, oh, let me get popcorn, eat a popcorn, game over. So, what is the perfect time limit of a sports game? I looked it up, and Google, AI, whatever you do when you type into Google, told me, hey, right, that 2 to 3 hour range, sometimes 3.5, I think we're pushing it there, is the perfect amount of time. What is it? What's the time limit we set for Quidditch? Well, I want to use a little poetry for you. The Golden Snitch, in the previous, right, we want to pay homage to it, was 150 points. We're going to get rid of that. We're not there yet, but we're going to. What if we made the time limit 150 minutes? You know what that translates to in Muggle time? 2.5 hours. That is the perfect sports game length of time. Boom. Look at that. Now we have a game where we're like, oh, our players aren't going to have to sleep on the pitch for like months at a time, right? In the Harry Potter world, what if like a game goes on for a week, 2 weeks, 6 months? That's half the school year. Just not going to do classes? Like, what's going on? No. 2.5 hours, making it a lock, stamp it. It's been a tough decision for deciding how many points the snitch should be. We want it to be balanced, but we don't want it to be either too little, like it's like, oh, it's like the snitch is, call me David and paint me blue. It's the snitch. Who cares? But we want it to not be like, oh, it's 150 points. Why even play the rest of the game? We would never cross that threshold. Whatever. So, the solution I came up with, and I hope you like it, because we've seen it before, but with a twist, right? You get 30 points. You're like, 30? Shouldn't you just give like 50? I feel like that'd be more balanced. Close. 30. But, to make it more whimsical, to make it more magical, your team goes into bonus. We can change the name. It's a work in progress. But in bonus, every score is worth double now, right? So it kind of galvanizes the whole team together, right? So if you're behind, right, you catch the snitch, boom, instant 30, and the rest of the team, anytime they score, they get double for the next 7 minutes. Why 7? Because A, feels magical, and there is proof to back that up. Look up Harry Potter number 7, magical number. Second of all, 5 minutes felt too short, 10 minutes felt too long. Right? So 7 minutes. And it's one of those things where, hey, we could go no keeper for a little bit. You take your goalie, right? You play him up, right? If they score on you, so what? It's 10 points. If you score, it's 20 points. Let's say, hey, we're down a little bit, right? You catch the snitch. Hey, that ties it up. But now we have this double point advantage for the next 7 minutes. Let's capitalize. This is where you pull out the exotic plays. You're like, let's go, 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 go. And so it makes the game fun, but it doesn't put the game out of hand, right? If a team is better than you, hey, it makes it competitive, doesn't guarantee a win. If it's close, that can be like the last minute, like, hey, this is the key, right? It gives the keeper a big role, but not, oh, that's the wrong title. It gives the seeker a big role, but not one that's, gonna be like win the game, why play the game? And it's cohesive, right? Because it's not just, oh, the seeker is kind of here and they do their own thing, whatever. But it's like, hey, the seeker caught the snitch. Now, this changes the way we play, right? It has that interplay between them. And obviously, the seeker and the beaters, right? The beaters are going to want to hit the seeker down with bludgers. Don't know if that's legal. We'd have to check the rule books, but that feels right, right? Oh, wait, I'm changing the rule books. If it's not, we're changing it. You have like the beaters coming in with the seeker. They have a dynamic. You have the seeker coming in with the rest of the team, with the chasers, to some extent the keeper, right? The snitch is caught. Your keeper could even come off instead of defending, play an extra man up. That is awesome. That is awesome. And so that is how we're fixing Quidditch. I know. Boom. It's a lock. Call me, right? Well, that's been it for this commissioner. Till the next one. Peace out.